You're watching the fastest growing local news station. This is WPBF 25 News at 11.
Emotions run high in a Palm Beach County courtroom after the teens convicted of raping a mother and her son learn their fate. Good evening. I'm Tiffany Kenny.
I'm Victor Blackwell. Thanks for joining us. Terry Parker spent the entire day in the courtroom. She has more on the emotional outburst you saw live only here on WPBF 25 News at 6.
Judge Krista Marks said while she understood that the defendants had tough upbringings, that by no stretch of the imagination was this a garden variety gang rape, and she had no belief that there was any hope for rehabilitation. And with that, she sentenced each of them to the maximum. Moments after Judge Krista Marks sentenced the 3 gang rape defendants to life in prison, Tommy Poindexter turned to the crowd and muttered an obscenity. Defendant Jakaris Taylor's younger brother hurled himself into the witness area, crying and beating on the door to the prisoner area. Deputies had to restrain him. The melee came shortly after 2 of the defendants made pleas for lesser sentences in the notorious gang rape of a 35-year-old woman and attack on her 12-year-old son. Jakaris Taylor, now 17, apologizing for the night of terror.
But deep inside, I feel very sorry for her, and I send my apologies and prayers out to her and her son and her family.
And Tommy Poindexter, now 19, saying he feels terrible for what happened.
Deep down inside, I feel terrible for what happened.
Their attorneys brought experts who testified the 3 were neglected and abused, and so young when committing their crime that their brains weren't fully developed. Poindexter's father testified he and his wife were crack addicts.
When Harriet was pregnant with Tommy, was she using crack cocaine?
We both were.
But at the end, Judge Krista Marks hammered the 3 defendants, citing the sheer depravity of the crime and the enjoyment they took in it.
I can only surmise that none of you gentlemen ever developed a moral code, that you simply do not have something within you that tells you this is wrong to do, and there is no other appropriate sentence in this case but life in prison.
After the melee, deputies closed the courtroom, and none of the defendants' families stuck around or cared to comment. The 4th defendant in this case, Avion Lawson, just 14 at the time of the attack, will be sentenced in December. In West Palm Beach, Terry Parker, WPBF 25 News.